afternoon. It is Thursday, October 26th on episode 33 of Three Sisters Knit. I am Sheila. You can find me on Ravelry as Shishi62.
And I'm Margaret, and I am Magpie60 on Ravelry. And we can be found as Three Sisters Knit on Instagram as well. So this is our post-Rhinebeck episode. So we're not sure how long it's going to go because we did quite well when we were there.
Yes.
So,
but not too bad. We
stayed
compared
within
to some people. We bought nothing.
Yeah, I was looking at my stuff and I had sort of made a list of things and sort of when I bought them, and I realized, I didn't buy like a ton of stuff, but I still bought a lot.
Yes.
But I stayed within, I bought cash, and I stayed within the cash amount. Yes. So I was really pleased with myself.
We were on budget.
On budget, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't use my credit card. I didn't use my debit card.
Nope.
It was just the cash that I had, and that covered like the hotel and meals and everything. And so I was really happy.
Gas.
And some gas, yeah. So, did quite well.
Yes, we certainly did.
So we thought we would start with, we could talk a little bit about, I thought we could start talking about the trip down there because we got a really early start on Friday morning. Really early. Because we wanted to get to Needles Up and in
which
the
started
Untangled.
At 3.
And that started at 3, the Needles Up. So we left here shortly after 4 to pick up.
First, we picked up Nancy and Nora first.
Yeah, they're Nancy is part of our knitting night.
Yes, and Nora's her twin sister.
And so we picked them up from Nancy's house. Then we went over to pick up Amanda and Christina. And then we met up with Jen and Shauna a couple miles down the road.
Yes.
And Amanda and Christina switched into their car.
Yes, it was just easier because Shauna and Jen live
kind of farther away.
Sort of north.
Yeah.
So it's just easier for them to just come straight down, and we just sort of met.
We met up with them. And then we all headed east for, I'm going to say like about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then we stopped for breakfast at a Denny's. And we met up with Leslie from Rosehaven Yarn, and she has a podcast as well, but she is Rosehaven Yarn Shop, so she also has a bricks and mortar shop in Picton. And so we picked her up after we had breakfast, and we headed along and went south.
Yes.
Yes, headed over the border.
Had no trouble at the border.
Nope.
The other cart, we were right behind them. They did get asked to pull over to the side only because Christina, and she knew that this was they all knew, Christina is not a Canadian citizen. She's got permanent residency, so they just have to go through and clarify all the paperwork and everything. So that's all they had to do. They
weren't long though.
No, they were only maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then we headed on down and just kept going. We took a few breaks now and then, but I think
we were pretty quick.
Yeah, we were quick
because we mostly just we wanted to fill up with we would break for gas, so that's like great. Washroom break, and then basically it was just washroom breaks.
Yeah.
So until we got to Rhinebeck.
Yeah, and so that gives us like 10 minutes to stretch our legs and such. So it was really good. And when we arrived in Rhinebeck, and it was like around 1:30 or something.
1 to 1:30, we arrived there.
Yeah, and we found out initially where the Needles Up was going to be, and then we drove around, found a parking spot. It's a really nice little village.
Oh, what a beautiful town.
And,
so nice.
The weekend, normally this late in October, well, I'm not really sure about there.
Usually not nice. Or as nice.
It's usually cooler, but it was
gorgeous.
It was beautiful. It was in the 70s Fahrenheit or the sort of the low 20s Celsius. It was really, really warm.
It was.
So
I know, like
normally
we were so lucky.
We were really. Made it really, really nice because it was warm and it was sunny. But if you had made a Rhinebeck sweater, you weren't going to be wearing your Rhinebeck sweater there because it was.
We saw a lot of
really
people
warm.
change their mind with what they were making.
Yes,
they were wearing because of that.
So, We grabbed a bite to eat, a real quick bite to eat. And it was really neat because there are a lot of people, women walking around with
a lot of knitwear happening going on in town, that's for sure.
And, you know, people stopped us. We stopped them because we saw things that they were wearing that we really liked. So it was, you know, right away, it was just, you knew you were in the right spot. So that was great. And then we had
the other car caught up to us at that point. We got there first, and they're like, "No!"
Oh.
We're like, "Yes, we made it."
You know, I don't think we like booted it down the road.
No, we didn't.
But
we were doing just over the speed limit, but we were keeping up with traffic. So
anyway, we managed to get there, and it was, like I said, it was such a pretty town.
The weather just made it so much better. For our first Rhinebeck.
Yes.
Because if it's miserable, like when we are probably going to go next year, I don't think I'll enjoy it as much.
No, I mean, if it's cold and rainy, it's not
I like
enjoyable.
Nice weather. I'm just not a...
I like the warmth and the sunshine. So so then we headed over to Needles Up. We knew there was going to be a lineup. We had actually seen the lineup starting when we were driving around trying to look for the building that it was being held in. So we were a little nervous because we thought, oh, it's going to be a long lineup. But honestly, I found it was so well organized.
Very well organized, for sure.
It was organized by Andre Sue and I think
Andy of Andre Sue
Knits and Sue, I think, from
Legacy
Fiber Arts. I'm not sure who else may have been involved. I'm sure there were others, but oh my gosh, it was just so well organized. Yes, there was a lineup, but everybody's talking knitting. They had well-known podcasters walking along. Some of them I know were planned.
Opera Joe.
Opera Joe came along. I don't know if she was actually planned or she just...
No, she was planned to do that. So, and also...
Amber from the Yarn Hoarder podcast. She was there. She was handing out little things. So,
little freebies
she gave me this little mini from Legacy Fiber Arts. So I was really excited about that.
Yes.
And it's a little sparkly one.
Yes.
I
got this one.
Color. No, it doesn't have a colorway name on it, but it's shades of brown and taupe. It's just really nice. So it's a great little mini.
Yes.
She was just handing them out to people.
And I got a needle cozy, and this was by Seashore Sharon. She made a needle cozy. So, and it was just like perfect fall.
Oh, it's
lovely little needle cozy. So I really like that. That's just adorable. And I like how she ties it off with a little piece of rope.
Oh yes,
so a little string,
butcher's twine or something.
Yes, some twine. Yes, so
which is really cute. So so that was awesome. And while we were standing there, there was a bagpiper playing on the lawn next to us. And we had our first fangirl moment because...
us to somebody else.
Yes, us to somebody else, because it was Nicole of Hugh Loco was standing on the lawn over the grocery girls.
The grocery girls.
Jody and Tracy were there.
And the Periscoping Sisters were there.
Were they?
Yeah,
I didn't see them, but I did see... Oh, I think I saw Christy Glass was there.
Yes.
And all the time we were kind of slowly moving forward. And when we got to the front of the line, there was a gentleman there, and he was sort of helping to kind of coordinate. And we saw Connie of Chili Knits was at the door, and this was her husband, and he was helping.
Oh my God, he was the nicest guy. He was such a sweetheart, absolute sweetheart. Because we had... There were 9 of us together.
In our 2 cars, there were 9 of us. One of the
things that made it really nice was that Connie was at the door, and she was, letting people in. So when so many people left, she would allow so many people in. So that way, they didn't go over code.
It made it a comfortable experience once you were
instead
inside.
Of one of these.
Yeah.
So it was just wonderful.
So she and her husband seemed to be able to coordinate that really, really well. Yes. But they were both so sweet and
so sweet. She's just the sweetest.
I just loved her.
Just the sweetest.
Love her. Yeah.
I know. She was also at the door with Davixta.
Yes.
Vicky.
Yes. And she took our photo with Connie. Yes. And I think she took a photo of us with... I'm going to insert some of these photos.
They're on our Instagram for sure. They're all on our Instagram.
I'll also try to put them in here, a few stills. But when we put our faces through the three sheep that were the symbol for the
we did it with Amanda.
Yes. We did it with Amanda. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. It was awesome.
So cool. So cool.
And then when you get inside, they only had they purposely chose 6 booths, so
each one did one thing.
Yes, so everybody, there was no competition really among what they offered.
Yes,
and so it was really, really, it was nice. You had a nice selection of things. It was very sort of curated, which was lovely.
Oh, it was fabulous.
But it was still made it really, really hard to find something
because decisions.
Oh my gosh,
I know. And Andy had so many sock blanks there, and choices. She had her little bundle up Betty doll as well. So you could buy that as well if you wanted. But her sock blanks, oh my gosh. I had a hard time.
Me too.
A really hard time. I thought I want one.
Yes.
But I could have bought 6.
Yes. Narrowing it down was really
hard. Oh my gosh. They were so hard to narrow down.
Oh my gosh. But we did.
Yes, we did.
So, do you want to show what you got?
Yes. So, from Needles Up, what I got was...
Well, show what you got of Andy's.
Okay, I will. I'm just trying
and I'll show what I got. How about if I show what mine and then you get... Okay. So, this
was the Needles Up sock blank.
Yeah, so this is the design specifically for Needles Up, and we got our photos taken in the.
She had a big, huge board made with the faces cut out,
and so that was.
So we got to. Through the faces.
Yep, and so that's the one you ended up choosing, and it's so pretty.
And you get 4 on this sock blank. You get 4 of the sections. So I'm hoping when I start to knit, I think I'll be able to have at least one section left. And then I'm going to make a little pillow.
That sounds so sweet.
I think I'll make a little pillow out of it.
Yeah.
So I know people are going to frame them too.
Yeah.
you just don't want to ruin them.
The one I ended up getting was this little girl. It's called Rainy Days. So it's a little girl kind of kicking leaves and puddles and the leaves falling off the tree. It's just adorable. So the other thing I like about this is it's sparkly.
Yes,
I just love the sparkles. Look at that. Yeah. So same thing. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on mine. Yeah. So I'm hoping that I will have one left. Same thing. I probably would frame it or something, as I can't really see me making a pillow out of it. I may, but we'll see. So. Anyway, I was so thrilled because I just love... I've always been fascinated by what she
she does such wonderful...
Her sock blanks are amazing.
Stuff on sock blanks. Amazing.
The one I was interested in was the unicorn one, but I think that one
went
really quickly. So.
Oh, but she had one that said wham on it, like a superhero comic book with that wham sort of thing.
Yeah, like the old...
And then she had one with penguins. Yep. She had that one with the owls on it. Yes. She had a dancing coffee cup and donut.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you see with the old things at the drive-in, the dancing food go to the concession stand.
Yeah.
She also had, there was that little, was it like a little fairy?
Yes.
With a purple
background with a little fairy,
and that was all sparkly too. Yeah, she just had so many, and a couple of other ones too. And I was just like, I don't know what to pick.
Yeah, I know it was really hard.
I thought I would get the Needles Up one though.
So are you going to make socks with yours?
I think I am.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make socks with mine as well.
Make them
because I just think
wear them to Rhinebeck next year.
Yeah, and I just think it would be really awesome to have like these would be great for jeans.
Yes.
To go with jeans.
Yes.
And then with a little speckles of yellow, I imagine
yellow
would
and
show
a little
up.
Pop of red here and there. The orangey red.
So I'm thinking I'm just going to do a pair of vanilla socks to show off the pretty sparkles and the little flecks of color. So I'm just like, yay. And that's what I'm thinking aneway.
Yes.
So then we walked a little farther in.
Next to her booth was the Legacy Fiber Arts booth.
Yes.
So she had so many colorways. Yes. She had her Gilmore Girl colorways. Yes. She had her Edward Scissorhands colorways.
I know. I was feeling a little overwhelmed in there because there was so much.
So much to choose from. Anyways, I don't have enough solid minis, so I just decided I would buy the solid minis.
And I did the same. I did the same.
Just because you always need minis here and there for your socks and what have you. So I thought, that's kind of what I really need because I want to. I'll talk to you later about what I'm going to do about socks. But I'm going to need these. Yeah.
So that was just. And then we ended up getting. Where's mine? There. And then the other.
They had Sucre miniatures.
Miniatures was there.
Yes.
And we keep seeing people posting these amazing little progress keepers and such. So you got...
That's mine, a little ghost. He's got a little pumpkin.
Pink ghost with a pumpkin. And
it's almost like a cookie.
And I got this really sweet cookie
with little mini sheep on it. The needles up sheep on it.
Isn't that amazing?
So cute.
It's so cute.
I know. They're
so I got cute. I got that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was
was really, really...
Yes. And for those of you, I'm sure you're aware, Needles Up.
For those of you in the U.S. anyway.
Yes. Maryland Sheep and Wool, they are going to be at Maryland Sheep and Wool on May 4th. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, and that's where, there's the address where it's going to be. You can go to theneedlesup.com for more information. Yeah. So,
and I would definitely suggest going because it is, like we said, really carefully curated, interesting choices.
They also had
beautiful creative people there.
They also had a lady that I'm not into fiber, so I don't know who it was. Yeah. Selling dyed fiber. Mm-hmm. And then there was also...
they had the fat squirrel.
The fat squirrel was
selling
there.
Her project
she
bags.
Was there selling her... And I think her name's... No, I'm not sure what her name is. But selling her project bags. So she was there as well. Mm-hmm. And it was just wow. Like, the stuff was just
So it was a really nice, well-rounded selection of fibers.
Yes.
From really... And fiber-related
certainly,
makers.
Yes.
So I think there's sort of something for everyone.
She also had a striped sock yarn person
I think so, too.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure who it was because I just didn't go there to that section. So I knew what I wanted from there.
Actually,
that's why
since you're saying that about striped yarn, a few days before Rhinebeck, Christina
had an
update, and I've tried before, but oh my gosh, it's really hard to get stuff on because it goes so quickly.
Yes,
but I've always wanted one of her Christmas ones. I always told myself if I'm going to do a striped yarn, of course I'm going to use Christina's.
Yes.
So I had ordered a yarn for me. So when we picked up Christina, she handed me my yarn so she didn't have to mail it, and I got it right away.
Yes,
which was awesome. So I got myself
Holly Jolly.
Actually, I'll take it out of the bag. Sorry for the crinkling, but this is how she gave it to me. But I got myself
a good sound because it means you got something.
Yes, so I got myself Holly Jolly on her glitz base, which is
look at the sparkle,
superwash merino and gold stellina. Look at that! Oh my gosh!
Look at that sparkle!
I'm madly in love with this. I'm so excited to get started on making striped socks for myself. Yes. So that's what I got.
Next week, you may have them
done for Christmas. So that's my plan.
And then, you can. I know I'd like to make a pair of socks for Christmas.
Yeah. So that was how my weekend to Rhinebeck started with receiving this from Christina. So that was awesome.
At 4:30 in the morning.
Yes,
here's your yarn.
Here's your yarn. It's like, yes, we're on the right.
I know.
On the right path.
Yes. So from there we went to Indie Untangled, and it's held at the Best Western in Kingston,
which
New
is
York.
near.
We have to cross the bridge. It's like Rhinebeck and Kingston. There's a river in between.
Yeah.
So we went there, and you walk in the lobby, and it was
packed.
Absolutely packed. I didn't know this, but they do have a VIP hour, an hour before it opens to everybody else.
Which you purchased tickets, and I think it's a limited number.
Yes, as they did with Needles Up.
Yep.
But I just thought the Needles Up one that would be fine, and we got there in good time to get in line. Yes. I knew we'd have to line up, but with all the stuff happening, it flew by.
Yes.
Just flew by.
Yep.
So we get to the Best Western, and it's insane. It's like, where's the end of the line?
Yes. Yeah, because it's snaked right through.
All through. There's people sitting in a nice sitting area.
Yes.
And it's like, are you in line, or like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So we got what we thought was the end of the line.
That seemed, and people just kept arriving and it just got more crowded.
Luckily, it's where if they had their breakfast, it's where they would serve their breakfast, and there's a bar there as well.
Yes.
Some people just said, "Oh, to hell with that," and they just waited until like they sat, they had something to eat,
yes,
and just decided, okay, that's it. Dinner's done, and now most of the crowd is gone, so I'm going in.
Yes.
Next time, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, I think so, because it was once you actually got into
once the VIP hour was over, it was like, okay, doors open, and they just let everybody in, and it was literally shoulder to shoulder.
Yes. Now, the one I really wanted to see, the Hugh Loco.
Yeah, couldn't get near
her. She, well, first of all, I think she's extremely well known, and she has a really nice broad range of choices. But she also had the grocery girls, I think, were in her booth.
Who was it?
And there was somebody
Stuart, the one that does the Shawl Society.
Oh, Helen Stewart was revealing a new shawls design,
and she had. Jody and Tracy each had a shawl. The shawl done in different colors.
Yeah, so you've got these three big name people as well as a big name indie dyer all in one booth.
Yes.
And of course, everybody wanted to get over there.
Yes.
So we tried, and then it was like, okay, no, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah.
You were like shoulder to shoulder with people, and I thought, no, I'll go around, see what else there is, and then maybe come back and see maybe the
didn't
crowd.
Happen. No, we tried to go back.
We tried to go back, and it was not happening.
And my one biggest pet peeve out of the entire thing was, I want prices on the tag of the yarn. I want to be, because there was a lot of places didn't even have signs saying, these are this is this is no, and it was almost like, so what, how much is this,
some of them did have, but they were little signs, and they were well inside,
into the booth, and, so if there's like 30 people all around you can't see it until you pick up your yarn and walk actually over to the sign.
And there were a lot of places where you were quite crowded, and someone would come up behind. Now we're fairly tall, not super tall, but fairly tall. And there were people coming up, and they were like, "Oh, can I?" And so we'd be handing them down yarn so that they could look at it, and then putting it back.
Can you hand me that one over there? And all of a sudden, you get this yarn tossed at you.
Yeah, I mean, it was because it was
that
so
insane. It was so insanely crazy.
But we did find. Well, I bought some
stuff. I did too. I did. I bought a couple. I bought one thing there.
I bought 3 skeins, and I will show you.
And I went to Duck Wool. And I got this absolutely gorgeous.
I love this.
I absolutely love it. And the colorway is called Big Hair, Don't Care. I thought, that's for me.
Perfect.
Because when my hair grows out, it's big hair.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've got 5% Stellina. It's a 75, 25.
Yes.
So 75 merino, 20 nylon, and 5% Stellina. And it's 400 yards.
She calls it her twinkle sock. Yes. So I guess that's the Stellina. Yes. Makes it twinkle. So it's beautiful.
I didn't even realize there was any Stellina in it, but there is. Yeah. I can see it twinkle. A little bit. But I love these colors. I was just like, awesome. Oh no, I have to get that. Yes. They're for me.
Yeah. That's
so
amazing.
That was it. Yeah. So that was it, and it was nice because they threw in a little package of soak.
Oh, that's always nice to get.
I know it is. It's always
really nice. So what I did was I initially found, excuse me while I reach over here, I went to someone whose name I recognize because I follow them on Instagram. Mm-hmm. It's, I'm going to say it the way I think it said, skeiny dipping hand-dyed yarn and fiber, because look at these colors.
Look how rich that green is.
Look at that. So I got 2 of the same, and it's her Mary Cash fingering, which is MCN, 400 yards in the skein, and it's Scarab is the colorway.
It's got it when you really see it. You don't see it in that, but there's an iridescence to it almost.
The color is so saturated in here. I just thought this is beautiful.
Yes.
And then a little farther away, I went to Spun Right Round and got her Superwash Sock 80/20 blend, and it's in the colorway Graffiti Overlay. So Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
And that
looking?
green in there
That matches this. So you probably remember if you've been watching, I made a Pure Joy shawl last year, and I gave it to my stepmother for Christmas.
Yes.
And but I loved making it, and I love the shawl. I think it's a stunning shawl.
Yes.
And it's fun and super easy to make. So I wanted to make something for myself, and I thought this might be my Pure Joy for myself.
I think so.
Oh my gosh, I just loved it. So it's on
want the MCN.
Yeah, and it's on a gray background, and with these beautiful like pinks, and look at even a little bit of like neon green on the black, which I just love. And then look at these oranges and like I love the combination of orange and pink.
Yes.
And the teals.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So yes,
that is probably going to be a Pure Joy, but I probably won't get started on that until next year. But that's my plan. Yeah, because I love this. So that was us at
that was the India Untangled. Yeah. It was almost like I have to get out of here. It was just so crowded. Yeah, it was just absolutely crazy. Yeah. So we were outside waiting. We found some of our friends. They weren't all there, and we were. It was sort of out back, out the door, side door, and that would lead you in, and you could have gone into Hugh Loco booth. Yes. But who is out there chatting with some of our friends but Mina, the knitting expat? Yes. And we ended up going out to dinner with her. We had dinner with her.
So it was lovely. She's such a sweet woman. She was with her friend, Tori, I think her name was. And just, they were so sweet and very... interested in what we were working on, and Mina was knitting.
Oh my God, she just.
So we, everybody knows how fast she can knit, but it was amazing seeing her
actually watch her
just. It was like her fingers were moving, and suddenly there were lots of stitches.
Yes, I know.
Just moving. I don't know how she does it, but anyway, it was amazing.
Yes, yeah,
and she was lovely. I mean, she didn't know us.
No.
Like, there was a large group of us together, and she didn't really know us. Yes. But she was really
ended
lovely.
Up being 7 of us because the other one... Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really, really nice. Yeah. It was really, really nice. Yeah. We had so much fun. And I know she mentioned it in her little vlog or what. Yes. That she had dinner with a bunch of Canadians. Well, that was our group.
That was us, our group. Yes. So anyway... that was a really nice evening, and when we got back to the hotel, I think we did a big share.
What did you get? What did you get? Yeah. Finally got to see what each other got.
Yeah, so that was fun, and oh my gosh, we were tired. We just crashed.
We were crashed. I was the last in bed. Yeah. And that was at like 9:45. Mm-hmm. Just gone. Yeah. And I'd been up since 4:30, since 3:15 in the morning, and I went to bed and I laid down and I'm like, I'm not tired. I can't sleep. Yeah. And I slept horribly that night. I could not sleep. I had half a cup of coffee. I usually when I drink coffee, it's decaf. It has to be decaf. But this is so I could not believe it. It was like 20 hours later and I was still like wired from coffee. And I only had a half a cup of coffee, regular coffee. Oh,
yeah. Well, so I slept like a log.
I know. Everybody else was like gone. And I'm just like, la, 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 la.
So the next day was the Saturday, and we went to Rhinebeck itself.
We went to the actual New York Sheep and Wool.
And it was crowded, but again, security. We had to go through security. But it was it moved really fast. Like there was no lineup.
We had pre-bought our tickets, so that if you hadn't, you had to line up, and there was still lineups at if you had to buy your tickets. Yeah. But Mina had mentioned don't go first thing because everybody wants to go first thing. She goes wait until after 10. So I'm like, okay. So we got there at 10:30. Yeah, worked out perfect. Yeah, because we just. Got our bags checked, walked in, here's our ticket thing, in right. Just
we were
done.
It was really easy.
Yes. And who was the first person we saw? Karen from Do You Knit in New Jersey.
Yes. Yeah, we met her last year on our yarn crawl, so it was fun seeing her again. She looked really good.
Oh, she did. She looked really good. She had an amazing sweater on.
Yes.
And so we did a quick picture with her.
Yeah. And then I have to say, okay, normally we don't talk about because who cares, but the first thing we did was we went to the washroom when we were there, and we were amazed at how incredibly organized the ladies, like, ladies, anywhere you go that is public that has a washroom, the ladies lineup is always long. And this one the men just like breeze in and out.
This was out the door.
This was out the door, and it's like, well, okay, you know what to expect.
Yeah.
Well, they had young women in there, like sort of directing traffic. So because the stalls were kind of in different places.
There was a lot of stalls.
There were a lot, but they were keeping an eye on where they were empty, and they were like ushering people. Oh, there's one over here. There's one over here.
Yeah.
So the lineup, even though there was a lineup out the door,
it moved
very quickly. So we got in there really fast, and yes, I think it was like that. In the other, because there were several places where you could do that.
It was a sort of a maintenance company that was they had a couple of people in each of the ladies' washrooms, and they were just making sure that there was always the toilet paper and
everything that you needed,
and tidy, and they would always go around, make sure that all the washrooms had everything that they needed, and that the sinks were tidy.
Yes.
And
it was really, really well done. I wish more places were that organized.
I know. That was
holy
phenomenal.
Cow, it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went into the first building.
Yes.
Building C, because we wanted to check out Miss Babs. We couldn't even get into the booth, and the lineup was unreal. To pay. Just to pay. They were lined up. It was at the other end of the barn, and they had it open, and people were lined up outside and around. There must have been like 50 people in the lineup to pay. You had to go to the back of the line.
Probably like 50 or more people in the booth.
Trying to get into the booth. And I just was like, not having it.
Same thing. It was like, well, we'll come back later.
Yeah. So we ended up going to Into the World.
Yeah.
Which I really, really like.
Yeah, that's a really nice one. I sort of heard of it, but I wasn't super familiar with it. But, just walking by, I remember thinking, oh, that looks like a really cool place.
Yes.
And they look like they've got a really nice selection of colors.
Yeah, so I bought these two.
They're lovely.
This one is Horse with No Name.
So it looks kind of bluish there, and I guess it is.
It's a little, it's a
grayish
It's a
color.
more gray. It's got some brown in there too.
Some brown.
See, you can see the brown right here. I'm still not used to doing things backwards. So that was that one, and this, is their Rhinebeck colorway for this year.
Look how beautiful that is.
Oh my God, I love it.
I love it. Gorgeous.
I know. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is a 4-ply 75-25, as is this one.
Yeah.
So 460 yards. So that's a good size skein.
So I also got something. I got the kettle-dyed Pakoku sock, which is same thing, 4-ply 75-25 super wash merino nylon, and my colorway is the saltwater taffy. And
look at that.
Look how pretty that is.
It's gorgeous.
So this is it's Into the World. Oop, there we go. Yarn and Fiber Company.
Yes. Oh, I would definitely, you know what, now that I've felted them, that is one that I would order online. Like, I have a hard time ordering online. I want to look, I want to feel,
squishy.
It is. It's so
it's got a nice twist, but not not like a barber pole.
No.
It's just lovely.
Yeah,
it really
is. It's a 4-ply, so it's got a nice twist. So it should be a good.
And I can see just by looking at it, it's got a bit of a halo.
Yes,
which is I kind of like that. So. But this is sort of plums and pinks, hints of gold and yellow.
With a little bit of gray,
taupey gray up here, a little bit of gold and green. So it's just so pretty.
I know. I love this one. I thought I could make a pair of socks for my husband.
Yeah, definitely.
But then again.
Or maybe not.
So that was one of the things that we bought. And then our friends Mary Beth and Helen.
Yes.
She was telling us that the they went to a New Jersey sort of sheep and wool type one, and they ran into the lady that runs CC's, and was asked by her if they would
if she could sell their bags at her booth at Rhinebeck.
So we went, and this is the one I got. from Toad Hollow, NJ.
It's really nice.
Yes. Really like that. A nice bright yellow on the inside.
Yes.
It's got a nice pocket as well. And I saw this and I thought that's out back. Other than the mountains, I don't have mountains out back, but I've got like fields. I've got a stream where we get trout and salmon go up to spawn at night if we sit it, and it's just nice field with trees and the bunnies and all that. And then if we go outside at night, we see the moon and the stars because we have a green belt behind us. So that's that was like, that's my backyard. Yeah. So I had to get that one.
Yep. And I have had my eye on this ever since I first saw them post it. And so I got myself this bag because I love this saying. I think it's brilliant. I think, anyway, and again, it's got this sort of pumpkin-y with spots on it. It's kind of Halloween, but I'm not big on Halloween, but I consider myself a feminist, and I suspect there are a lot of people who think that that's what we are.
Yes.
I don't care. So again, it's from our friends at Toad Hollow NJ.
Yep.
And anyway, I am so delighted that I got this.
Yeah.
And I picked the one with the pink zipper because I'm a big fan of pink.
Because she had to. Mm-hmm. One of the other booths we went to was Primrose Yarns. And this is the one, the Primrose Yarn Company. Look at the card. That's just a beautiful card. And then
it is. And this design that she had was on some banners in the booth. So it was
absolutely gorgeous.
It was really amazing looking.
And I picked up this one, Mum's the Word, and it's sort of a gray with purples.
Yeah, that's really nice. I love
I love it.
I love how it's like speckled in some spots.
Yes, and really, like some areas have like a whole bunch of it, and other bits just have like just light little teeny bits of it and that. Yeah. So
that's beautiful.
So I did that, and actually we got that on Sunday.
I know.
We did that one Sunday. And then we also went back to Into the World on Sunday. Yeah. And I picked up these two skeins because all of a sudden there was a section, and it said anything with a tie-on tag was $15. Yeah. So
we couldn't say no.
2 skeins. Yes. 2 skeins. Yep. And it's called Spinner's End on their Gloucester sock.
Yeah. Spinner's End is the colorway.
Yeah.
So
it's a reference to something I don't know. Yeah. But I just thought I love it.
Yeah, it's
that gorgeous. Could be maybe for my husband.
Yeah. Yeah. So well, there's enough there that you could make a pair for yourself or
each get a matching pair.
Yes.
Matching pair. So but so that was
Sunday, and I'll show you mine on Sunday. Yeah. So I initially went. Oh, neither of us is on screen. There we go. Yeah. I got again. We went to Primrose because the night before when we had been showing each other a little show and tell, Shauna had I think it was Shauna had something.
No, she didn't. Jen.
It was Jen
because
who had
Shauna didn't buy anything until Sunday.
Yeah. So Jen had some stuff from Primrose, and I was like, I really want to go back there.
Gorgeous yarn.
Because their yarn is really nice. And I think was it hers? It was called Sweater Weather. The colorway?
Yes, I think so.
So I thought, that's a really cool one. I wasn't sure that I wanted that particular color, but I really liked the yarn. So we went, and I got really brave, decided I was going to go. Before we went, and I'd been talking to Nancy and Nora in our room, and I said, I think I might get a sweater's quantity. And that was the other thing, because I think
you guys were looking at sweater patterns the night before. Yeah,
Nora had gone down specifically to look for some yarn to make her daughter a faded sweater. Yes. And I think some of the ones she ended up getting were from Primrose. And so I was like, they have such gorgeous colors.
They had some gorgeous colors.
So I went and I said, I'll get a sweater quantity, a fingering weight. Yes. At least I hope it is. And so this is the color I went for. And it's called...
Look at that.
It's called Carnival.
That is just stunning. So she's got...
So that's her Sophia. And it is 3-ply fingering.
Yes.
MCN. It's so pretty. So
I
this
know.
is Primrose.
I know.
Primrose
Just
Yarn
gorgeous.
Company.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So what I liked about it is, of course, there's lots of pink in it.
Yes.
But there's like this denim-y blue in there as well.
Which would be so cool.
And I also, like I've said before, I love pink and orange, and there's enough of kind of an orangey color in there that I thought this would be really amazing. So I think there's like 1,600 yards altogether. Well, there's more than that. But
and I know you love this. It's got that pink with sort of an orange undertone to it as well.
So anyway, I have an idea of a
sweater that she wants.
Like what I'm thinking I'd like to do is get, there's this pattern I saw, and it's a top down, it's a V-neck. I like a V-neck. And it's just plain, but it's got some shaping. So I've never made a sweater where I do
with
shaping.
Yeah.
But as something on my list of things I'd like to learn how to do is to make a sweater that it fits me. And so I found a pattern, and I think I can, if I buy that pattern, I can use this. And
I think that'd be great.
Yeah. So that's what I got, and it's like, I could have gone with something a little bit more subdued, but
she decided, no, I'm going to go for it.
On the wild side, and I'm going to get this bright color.
Yeah.
So I got that, and then, like you said, we went into the world.
Yes.
And I got myself, again, two because they had only 2 left, and I saw the color, and I just thought, this is so beautiful. So it's hand-painted Gloucester sock, and a superwash merino nylon, 80/20.
Yeah.
And
it's called such a nice twist.
And it's got a beautiful twist. And it's called Puesta del Sol. So I'm not a Spanish speaker. We had to look it up. We think it means sunset.
Sunset. I think, yeah.
Look at these colors. I'll do it that way so you can see one and the other.
Yeah. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh my gosh,
that is
so
just
beautiful.
so beautiful. So
my
beautiful.
I just, again, I don't know what I'm going to make because there's 2, so I could make something,
because there's 400 yards per skein.
I mean, I could do socks, or I could do a shawl with something this.
Because you got 800 yards.
Yeah, I could do a shawl with this. Not really sure what I'm going to do, but I love these colors, and at some
gorgeous.
Point
it's gorgeous. Yeah.
I'll make something that I love because I love these colors. I mean, everything from the sky blue to these, like the deep purple of the night, and then the sunset. Yeah,
golds and reds.
Golds and reds. Oh my gosh, it's
it's
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
So I love this, and I'm looking at it. It's like, you can kind of tell I like these colors.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize
definitely,
that.
Definitely, yeah.
Yep. So I think that was
it. Well, then we went. We got those little buttons too.
Yes.
I bought some buttons, and I got some for Margaret and some for me. These are the ones that I got.
I'm gonna have to find, because I left everything here because we wanted to show everything. So when I went home, I actually just left everything here.
Well, I took
Yes.
I took my yarn crawl bag that Helen and Mary Beth made us last year. So I had a few stickers a few ones that I had bought for myself already. Yeah. So they had, actually this year they gave us, it's a little cat and it says Toad Hollow NJ underneath it. And see, we saw Joni and Tracy, got a Grocery Girls one.
Yeah.
Then we got to meet David of David Dog Dare podcast. Oh my God, he's so sweet. He was so nice. Got to meet him. It was so nice.
Next time we meet him, David, if you're listening, we really want to spend a little more time.
Yeah, we definitely.
I think we were only 5 minutes because it was during the podcaster meetup. Yes. So everybody's meeting everybody.
It's all over but it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Then Jenny of the Lucky Jenny podcast. We got Jenny to meet her, so we were so excited.
She's wearing her most amazing stag head sweater.
Oh my God, it was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah. Then
and she's such a sweetheart as well.
Got the Legacy Fiber Art button as well. And then, we met Patricia of Knitography at Needles Up. Yes. And she gave us her button. So yeah, so that was so nice to meet her.
Yes.
Because we do follow her on Instagram as well as watch her podcast.
Yes.
So, and then, well, we finally got Sandy by the Lakeside's button. She lives like not far from us.
She just, yeah, she lives sort of in between where we both are, like, you know, and we've gone to, you know, we've had dinner with her and met her at a couple of little, you know, at
small
KW,
we've
met her and stuff.
Yes.
So we sort of see her around.
We finally did
a photo
as well. Finally.
Yeah, we should actually take a photo together. Yes. So we did that, which was nice.
Yeah, that was fun. And then on Sunday they had the Ravelry meetup, so they were giving out buttons. So now I can wear my Ravelry button if I go to any event.
Yes.
So, which is very cool.
Yeah.
And yes, my shawl was a hit. My wrap.
Yes.
Was a hit.
Sheila wore that on the Saturday.
Yes, and we also got interviewed for a couple minutes as we're waiting in line for the apple cider donuts, which were amazing. By Christy Glass, and we're at about 8 minutes in, I think, on her. Tell me about your Rhinebeck sweater.
Yes. Yeah. So she has a little vlog sort of thing on that.
And we were wearing these.
Yes.
Basically, and we had people come up to us, tell me about why you have a hat on. Tell me about your hat.
Yes.
It's like we can find each other.
We can find each other. It was really crowded.
Yes. And I'm so glad we had them.
Me too, because there were certain points, like some of the booths were busy.
Yes.
And so if one of us knew we weren't going to get anything, you'd get outside the booth.
Yeah.
And so I know a few times I would come out and I'd be looking, and I knew I could look for the hat, and it was easy to find.
Yes, but we got a lot of comments on the hats.
We did.
People were absolutely amazed about these hats.
They thought it was a good idea.
Like they were from the dollar store.
And then we should also talk about Jason.
Yes, I was going to. Because we're not done talking about the podcaster meetup. He's an absolute sweetheart.
Yes.
And I've met him on Periscope in the morning. I Periscope occasionally, a couple times a week. I try to. He almost always comes on when Sue comes on in the morning. She does it 4 mornings a week.
Yeah.
And he came on to ours one time, and he was asking. He makes project bags and things like that, and was asking about project bags, like likes and dislikes of different project bags of just out of the ones that we have and what we've seen. He came up and he made these. Yes. And gave us each one.
They're so amazing.
Yes,
this
they are.
This is the one I got.
And they have snaps.
They have an exterior. Here's all my pins.
2 exterior pockets, one on either side.
On either side. Here's all my pins.
Yeah, these are beautiful fall ones. There's no pockets on the inside, but they're a lovely green, as I'm throwing all my other stuff in there.
Yeah.
On the inside, it's just, good size pocket on either side, nice and deep.
I was able to carry home all my purchases in this bag.
Yes.
So it's a perfect.
Oh, I know.
Perfect bag.
Absolutely. He is just the sweetest.
He's the sweetest guy.
Now he sells them
in stores local to him in Pittsburgh.
There.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't have an online shop. But
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something that he's going to think about at some point in the future. But right now, that's what he's doing. And so if you're in the Pittsburgh area and you go to an independent yarn shop, you might want to take a look for some of his bags.
For his bags, yeah, because he didn't put a tag on it.
No.
So, but this is nice. Like, it's all like the bottom. These are beautiful fall ones with the nice pumpkins and all the flowers and stuff.
And everything. So.
But we got to meet so many people.
Yes.
I'm looking at all my little stuff because a lot of people have things to give out. Yeah. We ran into Paige the Framer at Needles Up. And I think she didn't give us these at the Needles Up, I don't think. No, I'm not sure.
It was at...
but look at the little sheep
at the podcaster meetup.
At the podcaster meetup.
Isn't that amazing?
Sheep.
So I got one too. I don't know where it is in amongst all this stuff.
Yes. Then we ran into Barbara of the Flame and Fiber podcast. Yes. And as you, if you know her, she does what they call lamp work.
Yes.
And it's glass. So she made that stitch marker, and it's glass.
I was looking to see if I could find mine,
That
because
was
mine
one.
is slightly different. Mine is a dark blue.
Yes.
It was amazing. Like, I can't believe what she does.
I know. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And then Knit Cahoots, Corey, I Rock Knits, and that gave us these. She was giving those ones out. Then One Sock Wonder Bags was handing out, and there was like a little stitch marker there.
Sweet. Yep, I got one of those.
And then this one, she's new. She's just going to be starting her podcast, and she started her Ravelry group, Quill Pens Quips, Knitting and More. So her progress keeper is a quill tip.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she was saying that she's very new, and she's she's just starting, or she's about to start her her own podcast.
Yes. And then we got a button from A Knitter's Satchel, handcrafted bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, to protect all your special projects. Pat, her name's Pat. So yeah, there's her info. So yeah, so like running into all these people,
it was amazing.
Yeah,
just seeing all kinds of people. And on the Sunday we were able to meet up again with Mary Beth and Helen.
Yes,
and just chat with them, catch up a little bit. That was really nice.
Yes.
We walked around with them a little bit too. Actually, I went into I was surprised to see, but the Indigo Dragonfly, they had a little portion of a booth there. Yes. So I went in and...
Was she with Jenny the Potter?
I can't remember. It was down along where that was. But I went in and chatted with her very briefly, because I love her colorway names.
Yes. And, yes, they're so much fun.
Yeah, and she just came out with I think a new cardigan pattern. I can't remember what it's called, but it has something to do with like something to do with your brain waves, or if I can remember it, I will put it down here. But it was really neat. It's something to do with things that are released that make you like not maybe it was called serotonin.
Could be
something like that. Yeah, something to do that's what's released and makes you feel good.
Serotonin is what your body.
But it's got a sort of different colored stripes. The sample that was there was a gray background, and then it had like a kind of a rusty orange, and then more of a rusty brown, and kind of a reddish color, I think, but different different width stripes on the body as well as on the arms. And so it was a neat looking cardigan. I think it wasn't a button. I think it was an open one. Okay. But so that was there, and some of her very cool yarns. So, and she's Canadian, so at least I always thought she was, because she comes up to the shows up here. So
yeah, I think she is Canadian.
Yeah, I think so too.
But still, I know. So so that was pretty much our time. Now, while we were during the podcaster meetup, we had a lady come up to us.
Oh yes.
And she is
I was just looking at her Owlcat Designs.
So she does these Knitterati knitting retreats, and she has one in Switzerland.
Yeah, her name is Simone. She's Simone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she she does.
She's a designer. Well, obviously with a name like Owlcat Designs, but she was wearing this amazing looking shawl.
Yeah. So she's
like, I designed it.
Yes. So, and she made her clothes too. Yeah. And she asked if we would mention about this knitting retreat. There's 2 of them next year. Yeah. So one of them takes you
one is
hiking
in
the mountains.
Yeah, one is a quiet, relaxing retreat. Yes. And one involves hikes and such. So.
Hikes. Yeah, one takes you to a chocolate
factory in Switzerland.
That would be so good.
Yes.
Yes. So that was that one, and then there was another lady going around. We just so happened to be talking to Debbie and Amy of the Periscoping Sisters. Oh yes. And this lady came up and said, can I ask you ladies some questions, because I'm doing a documentary on knitting. Mm-hmm. So
it was, I think she said knitting groups and
like the
and get-togethers, like festivals, and then just the knitting people who knit. So
it was really interesting, because They were asking us questions
because we were sisters,
and then we were
talking to the periscoping sisters, so they were sisters. So
and then our friends Nancy and her sister Nora came up, and they started asking them questions. So there's these three sets of sisters.
So it was neat. I mean, it was.
We'll find it if we find out anything about it. We'll let you know. But
we had to sign a release, so we'll get an email if it ever gets into something that's for public viewing.
Hopefully, yes, and we can let you know.
Yeah, and we'll share that if we ever find out about it.
But
so anyway, so that was kind of interesting.
Yes, it was. I was like very surprised.
Yeah. So on my way down there, all I had to do was finish my socks. I think I just had to do like a couple of rows and then Kitchener stitch.
Yes.
So I haven't done my laundry, so that's why I'm not going to show them. But the green ones with the purple toes,
she finished them.
I finished them, and I had to.
She wore them down there.
I wore them when I was there.
Yes.
So I think that was on the Saturday.
You wore them on main Rhinebeck day.
Yes. Yeah. So I had that. And then I also got started, and I don't have it with me because I wasn't sure if we would have time to talk about stuff. But I did get started on another project, so we'll see. Next time I'll talk a little bit about it.
I did not get my Rhinebeck socks finished. I was doing the Obliviate socks. Now I've got the heel is completely turned on this one, and already so now I can just continue knitting the pattern. This one I'm in the process of finishing the gusset, so I haven't finished it yet. So that's why they're not done. But isn't this look at that? Isn't that turning out?
We showed them to some of our friends.
At the back. I love that.
Yeah, when we were down there, we were showing them to like Nancy and Nora and I think Jen and some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think people were like, it's really nice because it's, well, with a name like Obliviate, you can tell that it's Harry Potter. And so the front is like the Hermione's. And
the back, she added that to the back.
Yeah, but show it from side too, because I like the way it transitions between the two. There's a nice sort of like a little, just a rib, almost. Yeah. So that's really nice.
I know, and I'm loving this yarn. I absolutely love
the color.
This yarn.
Is beautiful. They're gonna look like socks you want to show off.
The pattern is by Sarah Stevens of the Hello Grace podcast, and she also does Graceland Wool. She's also a yarn dyer. So so that's that. And the only other thing I'm working on is my physiotherapist, who's been helping me with my shoulders and all of that stuff, is going off on maternity at the end of next week. So I am making her. So I whipped out to Walmart to get the baby blanket yarn because I love making this for babies, and you can put it in the washing machine, and to me that's so important when you're having a newborn, and it's her first, and yes, it's a boy. So I'm doing this corner to corner one, and I wrote it down here. It is a red heart pattern. So and really I was knitting it, and I didn't even have this much done last night when I was knitting. It was like 70 or no, I started off knitting and then I ripped it out. Oh. So last night I ripped it out and started this.
Oh my gosh, you did this since last night?
Yes.
Wow.
I know. Well, I did a couple rows this morning. Well, this is an 8mm crochet hook, so it's a good size crochet hook.
It's big.
It is. And that's the one thing I like about this, because and even though I was using the 8mm knitting needles and I was just doing a garter blanket, it just seemed to take forever, and I was like, I don't think this is going to be as big as I want it to be. So I thought this would be better for that. So this will be a nice corner to corner one, and I'll see. And I'm still in my first ball. I have 2.
Oh, okay.
So
excellent. Yes. That's great.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I'm working on. I'm trying to get this done because then it's done and out of the way. But I'm also trying to work on my socks because I want them done too.
I know. I'm the same. Like, it's funny because I left all my stuff here. And although I forgot, I took my yarn from Christina home, and I was looking at it the other day. I was showing it to my husband because I didn't have anything else to show him. And so I'm showing it to him. I said, look at these. They're going to be great socks. And I was staring at it. And I was like, I really want to make these socks. If I start now, I know they'll get done for Christmas. But they hadn't even been caked or anything. But
yeah. So I will do that today so that she can get them started. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now, we are starting that
a reminder of our
knit along,
yes,
which is your
crack that whip.
Yeah,
so if you have
finish
a whip,
those whips,
if you have a whip that you have maybe put aside because you've had other projects suddenly come up, like Sheila likes to, when there's someone she knows who's going to have a baby, she kind of puts things aside and starts making baby things, or someone in your family has said, oh, could you make something for me or for my friend?
And you put your project aside.
Yeah, so if you have something that is sort of sitting there kind of going, hey, remember me?
Yeah.
This is the perfect knit along for you, because we want you to finish that whip.
Yes.
And we do have a prize for that.
Yes. The prize for that is because this is going to end December 4th, and we want to get this out as soon as we can
after December 4th.
This is Christina the Cozy Knitter's Gingerbread House. It's on her Bliss base, which is just her regular. There's no sparkle, and also the My Needlecraft stitch marker of the snowflake.
Yes.
I thought that was a perfect
combination. Yes.
So that's what the prize is, and that's going to be drawn just after December 4th.
Yes.
So, yeah. We will close the thread on December 4th.
So, yes, please join us. We do have a chatter thread already up there.
Yes.
And I think our rule is
you have to
something
do
that's
more
already
than 50
started,
grams.
but you have at least a minimum of 50 grams left to do to finish it off. And then
if you can show your before and then your after. In the FO thread, show your after, but show your before in the chatter thread.
Or you can show
you can do both in the FO, like your before picture and after picture. You can sometimes do that. So
that would be awesome. So please go to our Ravelry group. It's Three Sisters Knit Podcast, and check it out.
Yeah.
That would be great. People already have joined in, and we're excited about that, because
I've got some projects that I'm gonna hopefully try to work on, because I've always got a few extras.
It's good just to have, you've got stuff kind of on the go, and it would be nice just to kind of give it that push and get it all done.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. We'll probably do something like this at the beginning of the year too.
Yeah.
So get started for next year's Christmas in January.
So anyway, I think that's just about everything.
I think that's it. I feel like we've been like talking really fast, and we've been trying to keep our podcast down time-wise. So I think
we've done a good job.
Yes,
considering we had a lot of people that we saw. I would encourage, I know not every year, but if it's something that you could consider doing, I don't know if it's just because it was our first time there, that it was very special.
Yes.
The fact that we were able to go, the two of us, as well as with a group of friends,
made it special.
Made it really
for that
special
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're seriously considering going back next year because we had so much fun.
Yeah. Just there's so many creative people there, and it wasn't really so much for me, but there are a lot of farm animal, like goats.
Oh yeah, it's very family friendly, because there's tons, like the 4-H groups that are there, and they're showing their goats and their llamas and their there's like pigs and bunnies. You're
walking around and you see people leading their animals.
They did
down.
a llama, the alpaca parade, right? And everybody's walking I saw it on the Christy Glass thing, and everybody's bringing their alpaca, and it's like a little parade of all their alpacas.
And I saw same thing, a series of goats, people walking their goats down along, and it was fun. And then they have a little, I don't know if it was actually a petting zoo, but I have a photo of a little kangaroo, Joey.
Oh, yes.
That they had in a cage. He was drinking out of a little bottle thing. Oh my gosh, he was so cute.
Yeah.
Just adorable.
It was.
Yeah. So.
It was so much fun. Yeah. Totally enjoyed the whole. But we only went to maybe 2 buildings.
Yes.
There are so many buildings, and there was so much to see.
Yeah.
That you really do need a full day.
Mm-hmm. And
the food was good too.
Yeah, I think Mina was right in that we didn't get there till after 10, and I would say, yeah, you could go easily
until it
after
closes
10
at 5,
because it was thinning out by the end of the day.
Yes, it was.
So by the time we left, we considered going back to some of the places because we were thinking of going back to
Miss
Babs, but we were so tired. We said, you know what? We know we're coming back tomorrow morning because we were just going to do one last perusal.
Yeah.
We thought maybe we'd see that, and we did. It was a little bit quieter at Miss Babs, but still it was still busy.
Very busy. It was still hard to get into the booth, and the lineup to pay was not anything like the lineup the day before. So
it was just crazy. If it is something that you think you might be able to swing for next year, we would highly recommend doing that, particularly if you're in a nearby state. You know, like we came down from Canada. Yeah. But if you're nearby, then I would definitely suggest checking it out because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And I think on the Sunday there was that Ravelry meetup. So even if it's perhaps people that you're in groups with on Ravelry that you've perhaps
they did a huge
formed an online
picture. I saw somebody took it. They did a big huge group photo, and there was more people there. But we left. We left to go. We had to get going
because we had such a long drive. But
we were home by.
Yeah, I would say definitely really look into it for this year and see if there's something that you'd like to attend.
Oh, it was so much fun. Had so much fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, and you know, knitters, we're all great people.
I know everybody was happy and friendly. So I think that really helped.
Yes.
Enjoy it, help us enjoy it even more.
Yes.
Because everybody was in a good mood.
Yep.
The weather was good.
Yes.
Everybody's there because we all have a common interest of fiber. No matter what type of fiber, but we all love fiber in its varying forms.
Yes.
And it was just so interesting. Yes. So interesting. So much fun. Just had a blast.
Yeah. So we'll be back in a couple of weeks, and we should have some projects on the go that we can share, and perhaps something from here, but I'm not really sure yet. We'll see. We're a little overwhelmed now, but So anyway, happy knitting, everybody.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Talk with you later.
Bye.
Bye.